friends, I'm Poe.Darcy. That is a pen name, and it's based off of author and poet Edgar Allan Poe and Mr. Darcy, one of the main characters from my favorite story by my favorite classic author, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I'm an author with a completed manuscript for a YA contemporary novel currently in beta reading, and a first draft for a YA fantasy fairy tale retelling currently in progress. I've been on TikTok for a couple of years, and I've posted some of my content from there on here in the past, but this is my first long form video on this channel, so I'm using it to introduce myself and let you guys get to know me and my books a little bit better. I've been writing my whole life. Even before I could actually write, I would make up stories in my head every time my brain got a break. I still remember one when I was in second grade. It was inspired by Narnia and the Spiderwick Chronicles. It was called Veggie Land, and it followed characters that I don't remember the names of going into this land where everything was made of vegetables. And the elementary school that I went to at the time actually had like an orange clay track, and so I just remember looking at that and thinking the dirt was made of ground up carrots, you know, it was orange. I got really into the world building. But since then, I've actually gone to school for writing, I got a degree, and I've started drafting stories that I hope to see published one day. My YA contemporary novel follows a 15-year-old MC as she escapes from her abusive household and gets help from a real-life organization called Safe Families for Children, who help her and her mom navigate on their journey to healing. It deals with complicated family dynamics, discusses forgiveness from a Christian perspective, and deals with other themes like grief and trauma in a way that I hope helps all readers, but especially the young ones, feel seen and heard and have space to process hard things. My fairy tale retelling is still in the early stages, so I don't want to give away too much about it, but I will give you this. It's YA. It blends classic fairy tales from different aesthetic periods, and it takes an interesting twist on the found family trope. These are two stories that I've had with me for a while, and I've been blessed to get them on paper, and I really just can't wait for the world to see them. My goal with writing is ultimately to honor God and to give teens, young adults, and even adults the opportunity to process the joyful and heartbreaking parts of life and everything in between. And I think that God really has given me the opportunity to do that with these projects. And they just wouldn't be what they are without him. One of my goals for 2025 is to find an agent or small publisher for the YA contemporary book. Now, I know that this is ambitious, but I have been in and out of querying a lot, and I've done a lot of work on the manuscript to make it the best that it can be. And even if this doesn't work out, I trust in God's timing, but I'm going to hope for and work for this goal in the meantime. My goal for my fairy tale retelling is to get through enough drafting to send to beta readers at the end of this year. Ideally, I'd start querying at the end of this year, but I have some changes coming in my personal life, and so I just want to make sure that I'm setting reasonable expectations for myself. Thanks for listening to me talk about myself for however long it's been, but I want to get to know you guys too. What are your goals for 2025? What are you writing? What are you reading? Does anybody have any reading goals for this year? I try to double my age in books, so I'm turning 26, so I'm trying to read 52 books this year. I started late last year and I almost made it, so I'm hopeful for this year. Before I go, I want to talk a little bit about how the structure of my channel is going to be at first. I'm going to be planning to upload twice a month long form videos and shorts multiple times a week. The long form videos will be coming out on the first and third Friday. The first Friday is going to be reading related, so bookish things and what I'm reading. And then the third Friday is going to be writing related, updates on the writing journey, answering questions, or whatever else you guys want to see. So I'm planning for the next long form video I upload to be uploaded on the first Friday of February, which is the 7th, and I won't give it away totally, but let's just say we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day and books, and those two things might relate to one another, you know? So definitely keep an eye out for that. I also have a writing Q&A planned for the end of March, so you can go ahead and start submitting questions for that, comment on this video, or I'm going to be posting a prompt to my Instagram, which is linked in my bio, sometime within the next couple of weeks. Also in my bio, you can sign up for my author newsletter, where I send out monthly writing updates, anecdotes from my personal life, and book reviews and recommendations. Thank you so much for taking the time to get to know me, and I will see you on the journey, friends.